Hi, this is Leah from Blue Whale Arts, and today I'm going to show you the basics of adding embossing powders to your gourds. Here's a sample of some of the ones that we carry in our inventory, and we like to carry these particular ones because they're harder to find in your big box stores, but embossing powders are endless. There are many of them out there, and they all can be applied in the same way. Some of them, when they come in different size granulars, so I'll be working today with a finer granular and a medium granular, but then there is a thick granular, which is the ultra thick, and that one you can get more creative and get many different looks, and I'll do a different video using that particular embossing powder. But they're all applied in the same manner as far as the foundation goes, and so that's what I really want to show you today. And I want to show you a couple of ways so that you're not stuck to just doing a simple design. So today I'm going to be using aged teal and a turquoise, two different brands, and we will be using the palette glue, and I use the refills for this, and I'm also going to be showing you emboss it pens, which are wonderful if you wanted to do some fancy designs or different, put somebody's name on an item, or endless types of things you can do with it. And we'll be having more videos using those pens and other types of designs that you can do with embossings in future videos. But for today, we're going to do the basics. You will need to have a heat gun, and they come in different sizes and shapes. And so here's a bullet style, and here's another one made by Ranger. It's the Heated Craft Tool. I like this one because the air doesn't blow real strong on it, but they both have some really good heat to them. Often asked, can I use a hairdryer with this product? And the answer is no. A hairdryer does not get warm enough or hot enough to be able to melt the embossing powder. Embossing powder is made of a plastic, and so it does need to get really warm. If you're working with small pieces or trying to do jewelry pieces and adding the embossing powder, you can use tweezers to hold your piece because your gourd or your piece will get hot. In this case, I'm going to use a scrap because, again, I'm doing a demo of it. And what I'm going to do is just take some of my black embossing, my palette glue here, and I'm going to put it down. And so in this particular case, say I wanted to do just a simple line to add some color. And you could have, I would have your stain and everything done, and this is one of the last steps. But I just want to add a line of color. And so you simply get your glue down, and you can do it, however you want. You can make it, big or small, but I'm going to make this one pretty wide. I didn't mark out, but if I was doing a real art piece, then I definitely would be marking out in pencil and then filling in with the glue. So I have my glue down, and now I'm going to take my aged teal embossing enamel, and always remember to put a piece of paper down, and having a crease in it helps because whatever doesn't stick you can put back in the jar and reuse. So these jars last a very long time. Sometimes I just kind of give it a little pressure because of the gourd being round, and you can see how nicely that it stuck onto the gourd. And then you just capture what didn't stick. Put the lid on because, knowing me, I would spill it everywhere. And then you take the heat, and I'm hoping that now the video will be able to capture the embossing powder melting. You're going to go from the dull look that you see, and it's going to go into a shiny. You can overheat your embossing powder, and it will bring it back into a dull, so you don't want to do that. And you can start seeing it melting there. you're able to see, and I'm hoping the video can capture it, is this part still needs to be melted. Some of it has started, the gold flecks that are in there, but this part is all set up and ready. It's done. And I would just continue working this way along until my piece was done, and you just keep going back and forth so that it heats up and that it melts. And that's the basics 101 of embossing. And I'm just going to show you one other way using the embossing pen, the embossing pens. They come in black and white, such as the pallet glue does. I'm going to use the black, and that's why I've been using the black, so that you're able to see what I'm doing. But now I want to just add maybe some design coming down off of this. And you can use the paintbrush too. But if you had something that you just wanted to add something, a little squigglies like I've done here, and so that you're able to see the difference. I'm going to use the turquoise now, which you can see is a much finer granular. And I'm going to go ahead and add it. And you can see how it's there. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and capture this. And we'll just heat a little section of this up so that you're able to see the difference. And you'll be able to see the difference too between the fine and even the medium grit, the thickness and the coarseness, and the medium is more raised off of the gourd. But here you can see that this is all melted, and that we still need to continue to melt because this has a shine to it. And that's the basics of 101 with gourd, adding embossing powders to gourds. So I hope this video has been helpful for you, give you some creative ideas and some creative juices that you can do with it. And have a wonderful day and happy gourding.